If life feels unbearably heavy right now. If you smile in front of people but break down when you're alone. If your heart is tired of being strong. Then this message is for you. Don't skip this. Don't scroll away. Because sometimes, the answer you're asking God for comes disguised as a message. You've been wondering. Why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? I tried to do everything right. But hear this carefully. God hears the prayers you never speak out loud. When you lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, holding back tears you don't want anyone to see, God is there. People say, be strong. But they don't see how exhausted your strength really is. God does. He knows how many times you almost gave up, but still got up the next morning. He knows how many times you told yourself, just survive one more day. And listen. Endurance is not weakness. It is proof that God is shaping you for something far greater than you can imagine. If your pain has increased, it does not mean God has left you. Very often, the season that hurts the most is the season where God is the closest. You don't feel Him because the pain is loud. You ask, if God is with me, why is this happening? That question has been asked by every person God ever used powerfully. Look at Joseph. Betrayed by his own brothers. Sold as a slave. Falsely accused. Thrown into prison. Was God absent? No. God was preparing him. Every tear. Every lonely night. Every humiliation. Was shaping him for a position where he would save thousands of lives. And maybe this is your story too. You think this pain is destroying you. But the truth is, it is forming you. Your mind feels tired, but your spirit is becoming stronger. God is never early. God is never late. We call it delay because we want the pain to end. But God is working inside the pain. What you are losing right now may be what was going to limit you later. Sometimes God removes things, not to punish you, but to protect you. That relationship that broke. That door that closed. That person who walked away. It doesn't always mean you failed. Sometimes God removes people because He knows they cannot go where He is taking you next. And listen carefully. Do not blame yourself for what left. What is meant for you will never walk away from you. And what walked away was never meant to stay. Right now your heart is saying, I can't do this anymore. But somehow, you're still standing. That is not normal strength. That is God-given strength. You don't even realize how much you've survived without breaking. This is not coincidence. This is calling. God does not choose the strong. He strengthens the chosen. Through pain. If you feel empty right now, remember this. Empty vessels are the ones God fills. God is not afraid of your broken heart. That is exactly where He lives. Just don't do one thing. Don't give up hope. Because when everything feels finished, God is just getting started. And this story is not over yet. When God is silent, He is still working. There are moments in life when you pray, and pray, and pray, yet nothing changes. No sign. No miracle. No answer. Only silence. And that silence hurts more than the pain itself. You start wondering, did God stop listening? Did I do something wrong? Why does everyone else move forward while I feel stuck? But hear this truth. God's silence is not his absence. Silence is often the sound of God working behind the scenes. A seed does not make noise while it grows underground. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening. In fact, the deeper the roots grow, the quieter the process becomes. Right now, God is strengthening parts of you that will need to hold heavy blessings later. That is why the process feels heavy. You see, God cares more about who you are becoming than what you are receiving. We pray for change in situations, but God works on transformation in souls. Because changed circumstances without a changed heart will break you. So God slows you down, not to hurt you, but to protect you. This is why good people often suffer more. Not because God favors others, but because God trusts them. Pain is not given randomly. It is assigned. You are being trained for empathy, for wisdom, for compassion. That can only be learned through tears. That is why people come to you with their broken stories. You understand pain without needing explanations. God is turning your wounds into a place of healing for others. But before he uses you publicly, he heals you privately. That healing takes time. You may feel forgotten, but God never forgets what he has promised. Every delay is intentional. God is aligning timing, people, and purpose. If he gives it to you too early, you might lose it. If he gives it to you too late, you might give up. So he gives it right on time, even when it feels late to you. Right now, you are learning patience. Not because God enjoys waiting, but because patience will keep you grounded when success arrives. Some blessings require maturity, and maturity is born in pain. You are not behind in life. You are on a path that most people are not strong enough to walk. That's why it feels lonely. Wide roads are crowded. Narrow paths are quiet. And God always leads his chosen through the narrow way first. There will come a day when you will look back and understand why God said, wait. You will thank him for the closed doors that once made you cry. But today, all you need to do is stay. Stay faithful. Stay hopeful. Stay breathing. Because even now, God is closer than you think. When you're tired of being strong, God is carrying you. There comes a point when you are no longer crying loudly. You are just tired. Tired of explaining. Tired of hoping. Tired of starting over. Tired of being the strong one. People think you are okay because you don't complain anymore. But the truth is, you stopped talking because you are exhausted. And God knows this. He knows the weight you carry silently. He knows how hard it is to wake up every day and pretend you still have strength left. And listen carefully. This is the moment God carries you. You don't have to be strong all the time. Strength is not pretending you're fine. Real strength is showing up even when your heart feels empty. God never asked you to carry everything alone. That's why he says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Not answers, Not explanations. Rest. Because sometimes what you need is not clarity, but comfort. You may feel like you are breaking, but God sees you bending, not breaking. A tree bends in a storm, so it doesn't snap. And storms don't last forever. This season that is crushing you is not here to destroy you. It is here to strip you of what you no longer need. Sometimes God allows breaking because holding on would hurt you more. Letting go is painful, but holding on to what God is removing is even more dangerous. God is not punishing you. He is pruning you. And pruning hurts, because something real is being cut away. But pruning always leads to growth. You feel weak because you are being rebuilt. You feel lost because the old version of you can no longer survive where God is taking you. That's why nothing feels familiar. You are outgrowing old mindsets, old attachments, old versions of yourself. And growth always feels like grief first. You are mourning who you used to be. But God is excited about who you are becoming. One day, you will realize that this season taught you how to trust God without understanding Him. That is faith. Not believing when things make sense, but believing when nothing does. God is restoring you in ways you cannot see yet. He is restoring your peace, your confidence, your joy. Not all at once, but little by little. Because sudden restoration can overwhelm a tired soul. So God restores gently, quietly, faithfully. There will come a day when you will smile again, without forcing it. You will breathe again, without heaviness. You will love again, without fear. And you will say, God carried me when I couldn't carry myself. Until that day, just stay. You don't have to run. You don't have to figure everything out. Just stay. Because God is not finished with you.